Happening, the North speaks on the gentleman agreement for Tinubu to take over after Buhari. Hello, my wonderful people. A few days ago, there were less than 48 hours precisely, Tinubu had like what we call an outburst. He was so pissed that he had to speak, and even the way he addressed, the governor of Ogun State, Dakwa Abiodun, who was unimaginable. In fact, for Dakwa, he said, this one sitting here, will he have ever become governor of, Ogun State, if not for me? He publicly endorsed the vice president. That's the governor of Ogun State is talking about. Yes. Then he went on to say Buhari would never become president. Osibanjo will never become vice president. These are the people he has supported and has helped. And here they are doing one thing or another. So these are things that have gone on. Well, my wonderful people, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. 2023, Yarima speaks on gentleman's agreement for Tinubu to take over after Buhari. Former Zamfara state governor and presidential aspirant Hamed Yarima says there is no gentleman agreement that allowed Asiwaju Abetola Tinubu to lay claim to the All Progressive Congress APC presidential ticket for 2023. He observed that any gentleman agreement, if ever there is any, the former Lagos State governor might have had with any person or group ahead of the 2015 election is not binding on the party, and it's between them both. The country is not their resolving ground, because in his view, an agreement between persons of different from an agreement between persons of party. If you have an agreement between yourself, it's rather different than bringing it to the party. The former Zamfara state governor submitted that no such agreement existed in APC, and hence it cannot be binding on the party that Tinubu must take over from Buhari. Late Nigeria report Yarima made his view known on Friday night during the Trust TV politics program, Daily Politics. There is no form of gentleman agreement at all, not at any time. Who was the chairman of the party? Initially, we have had Chief Bise Akinde, and later we had John Oyegun, and today we have Senator Adamu. We have had Buni alongside others. So was it with Chibisi, and I sat down with these people and we have looked at it, discussed, and we have talked. There is no form of agreement whatsoever. The NWC, National Working Committee of the party, has not worked with anyone to agree that Tinubu must have the presidential ticket because he has some agreement with Buhari. This is not acceptable in any way. Any decision that is not taken within the structure of the party is not a decision. You cannot have your personal issues and bring to a party to say you have an agreement with Buhari, and on that grounds you can become the presidential candidate going forward. Report that APC has fixed a special convention which will produce the party's presidential candidate for 6th to 8th of June 2022 in Abuja is still ongoing. However, the screening committee has screened 23 presidential aspirants and have disqualified 10 names still withheld. So this is what is going on right now. I mean, there are serious issues, and the North is responding to Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu saying, if you have any agreement, okay, if you ever have come to an agreement with some persons, okay, if for instance you and Buhari have an agreement, it's your personal agreement, it's not the agreement of the party. Whatever you guys decided, whatever you guys talked about, it's you, okay, and it should not be binding or hanging around on the party. It is your personal, it's your personal discussion, it's your personal decision, because Ashiwaju, had like an outburst and was really on everybody saying that, mentioning names, okay, and particularly the name of the president, the vice president, that these were the people he made, Okay, these were the people he assisted to become what they are today. But what kind of coin does he get? He does not get a fair coin. What he gets is quite different, a different ball game altogether. The same people he has, sweat it out to ensure that they get to the position that they've gotten to, however, have turned the blind eyes and have turned as though, none of these things ever exist. I mean, we've seen Ayo Adebanjo has really scolded Tinubu in no small way. From the very onset, he was saying to Tinubu, you are really playing. When a man decides to take a crocodile, okay, for a pet, it's only a matter of time. It does not become a pet, or a lion. Most times, just check it out. People that have big cats as pets, it ends up eating them. A husband and wife back in South Africa, was it last year or the year before that? They have two big white cats, lions. Okay, they are in the cat family. So we say two big white cats. Guess what? The man one of the morning was coming from his jogging, and one of the lions ran to him like their usual way they would do, and before the very wife's eyes, the lion tore the husband before the eyes of the wife, and they are a bit aged. At this time they are a bit older, past well over 60. They've been keeping these two big cats from, very young age, and they felt, well, it is what it is. This is our babies and all that. It was the cat that killed the husband. And they got to, one of those two guys to put a tranquilizer on the one that have torn the husband apart right before the eyes of the wife. So when you play with fire, even the Holy Book tells us, okay, the Bible says, can a man put fire under his bosom and not be burnt? So it is what it is. And so the North is defending their own and speaking, to Tinubu. You don't wake up one morning and say you made Buhari. Okay, it's all right if both of you have your personal agreement, but it is your business. Okay, the country is not your settlement agreement terms or whatever it is. Whatever you have between the two of you, it's between you guys. Don't push it on any other person. Don't push it on the party, because Tinubu was one of the only persons among all 23 aspirants when the screening committee asked, would you like, if the party says you should step down for a consensus candidate, will you do that? Tinubu said he will only do that if he is the consensus candidate. Aside that, there's no such thing. He's not stepping down. You see, so these are the days upon us. Elections are around the corner. But what will the decisions be? Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Remember, you've got a voice. God bless. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.